What is going on YouTube? It is me, Queen B, coming at you with a brand new video. Today, we are going to be playing, I think it's going to be a mind game, but we going to see. Today we're playing the Shapeshifting Detective, and hey, we just going to jump right in.
You're listening to Radio August. Dark Nights with Poe and Monroe.
It's 5 o'clock and I'm Alice Monroe with your August update. August police are appealing for information following the murder of 21-year-old Dorota Shaw. Miss Shaw's body was discovered last night. Chief DuPont is calling the crime a violent and despicable act. Anyone with information about the murder is urged to get in touch via the department's confidential tip hotline. It's horrible, Poe.
Indeed it is.
So we investigating a murder. Okay, cool. Okay, cool.
You need to learn when to keep your mouth shut.
Who are you talking to? Exactly. Who are you, sir?
Exactly. Rewind.
You're listening to Radio August.
So y'all really just gonna play this?
With Poe and Monroe.
It's 5 o'clock and I'm Alice Monroe with your August update. August police are appealing for information following the murder of 21-year-old Dorota Shaw. Miss Shaw's body was discovered last night. Chief DuPont is calling the crime a violent and despicable act. Anyone with information about the murder is urged to get in touch via the department's confidential tip hotline. It's horrible, Poe.
Indeed it is.
Indeed it is. Okay.
You need to learn when to keep your mouth shut.
Bro, you got one more time to come at me sideways. Looking like Edgar Allan Poe's long lost son.
You know why you're here, don't you?
No.
The dead girl.
What dead girl?
And this. What exactly were you thinking? You have one job. Don't get caught. Do you think you can do that this time?
Bruh. Who?
It's a rhetorical question. You're going to a town called August. Find Chief DuPont. He's gonna think you're someone else. This person. This is who you are now. Understood?
Bro, who is you talking to?
Splendid. If someone so much as sniffs that you're different, you'll be deprecated. Deprecated.
Deprecated. Alright then, let's play.
We expect you to use your ability. Just don't get caught. And never, ever change into a child.
In brighter news, August resident Mia French is celebrating the return of her missing pooch, Barley. The 8-month-old Basset Hound puppy was found outside Daryl's Chicken and Ribs.
And that's 5 o'clock with Poe and Monroe.
I'm Violet. Welcome to the guest house. There are some rules. In particular, no shoes in the guest house. The carpet's priceless. Now, how long are you staying for? That's fine. It's yours for as long as you want it. There's not been many visitors of late. Perhaps the murder will bring some tourists in. It's just you and some tarot readers at the moment. It's deathly quiet. Yes, the murder. You haven't spoken to the chief yet, have you?
Chief?
Chief Dupont. He's the one who booked the room for you.
Okay.
You look lost. You should probably go and speak to the chief. Your room is just down the hall, last on the left. It has its own back door. The chief said that's the way you'd like it.
Just finishing. You don't believe?
I believe.
That sounded serious. You must have a serious job to do. Hi, I'm Bronwyn. Pleased to meet you, Sam. If you'd like a reading.
Sure, why not?
So, what's your question, Sam?
Oh, you guilty.
Oh. The Page of Cups. It suggests I'm innocent of whatever it is I'm being accused of. I'm going to be seeing a lot more of you, aren't I, Sam?
I don't know.
I'm in
Possibly.
room 1 and that's down the hall. Lorraine's in 2, Lexi's in 3. And which room are you in, Sam? Good. We're neighbours. Just knock if you need me.
From her chest.
He sounds great.
Yeah, what a nice guy. It was...
Okay, looking like a normal hotel room. Okay. Sure, that's cool.
And it's a small man wearing robes, and he looks like he's in.
Good, you got my message. Chief Inspector Dupont. I wasn't sure you'd come, but I suppose you're between jobs? Well, we both know that's not true. But I like it. Sam, that's your cover now. So, the job. Dorota Shaw, 21, accomplished cellist, redhead.
Bro, where your clothes at?
Strangled.
She
I
ain't
know
even
who
look
did it, I
strangled.
need proof. It's the tarot readers. Because they predicted it. The older one, Bronwyn, she came into my office last night talking all crazy and saying Dorota was in trouble. I did my best not to lock her up. It all sounded crazy to me. Tarot, the spirit world, cards that move, trans-dimensional thingamajigs. To be honest, I thought she'd probably been smoking something. That's why I didn't take it seriously.
Bro, you rude.
Because things, I don't have enough on her. That's where you come in. The free guest house stay isn't free. I need you to work the case and report back to me. Find out things from the inside. Can you do it?
I'm trying.
Okay. I'll be telling everyone that you've been hired by the Shaws because obviously local law enforcement is either too incompetent or too overworked to solve anything. That gives you a license to talk to people, but only notionally. Don't actually touch people or annoy them. You don't have any real authority, understand? But you help me out, I'll help you. You don't get that. There's no badge and gun, just a hope and a promise.
Bro, what kind of
Only
deal
find
is
me when you're
this?
settled. This is Second Chance Sunday for you, Sam. Don't blow it. In her bedroom, she was naked, strangled. No signs of sexual activity of any kind. It was a weird scene to look at. There was one thing, but it's strictly between you and me. Dorota had a gold coin in her mouth. I'm being serious now, Sam. Not a word of this. It's the one thing only the killer would know. Born here, runs the local guest house. Lovely lady.
She did it.
Where are you going with this, Sam? What's she told you?
No.
She told you she's taking pills, didn't she? Let me handle Violet. She didn't kill anyone.
What do we know?
Not much. Perhaps you should do some investigating?
Bro.
Do I have an alibi for last night? Do I? Okay. I was here, and there are video monitors that will prove it. Thanks for ruling me out, genius. What do you want to know? She was a cellist, selected for a scholarship at Juilliard. It was in the local paper. I'm more of a Bon Jovi fan myself. Don't read the paper, do you? Yesterday, Monday the 9th at approximately 9 p.m, according to the coroner, we got a call from the mother just after 10 p.m.
Really silent. The vacant pet house had a hallucinatory quality. Dimly lit in blue, through the tall glass window.
I assume you've been to see Chief DuPont already? Not really. I'm sure she was a precious lamb, though. Yes, a lamb. Young. Innocent. Lambs get slaughtered, though, don't they?
Bro, you did.
Nice, yes, that's a good description. Actually, I thought she was a bit slutty, to be honest.
Excuse me?
Sorry. I'm gossiping. I don't want to talk ill of the dead.
You already did.
Ask her boyfriend.
Where do I find it?
Oscar lives at the vicarage next to the church. Don't tell him I sent you, though. I'm sure he's sick of seeing people already. I take clozapine. I think they're for anxiety.
You think?
I'm a very anxious person.
See, man.
I don't know, Dr. Sam, you tell me. They're tarot readers. I'm thinking of asking them to leave, actually.
Why?
Because they may have killed someone. It's not great for my reputation, is it? Stay at Violet's, the home of killers and hobos. I'm sorry, it's a derogatory word, isn't it? But strange people seem to gravitate towards this guest house, Sam. I think I'll get the sign changed.
I kind of want to know.
It's the strangest thing. I honestly don't remember.
See? She killed him. I knew it.
I imagine I was here or getting groceries somewhere. I've driven by it, never actually been in it.
At least for now. It needed help with its camouflage.
Sam, is it? I'm sensing you're not here for a reading.
Nah.
Chief DuPont thinks I did it. I'm hoping you'll convince him otherwise. All I'm asking is that you dig a little deeper than the Chief. I had nothing to do with Dorota's death. We saw danger in the cards and we tried to stop it. Trust me, Sam, we're on the same team. We saw it in the cards, not images, feelings, impressions. Tarot can be very powerful. Not these cards. They only tell us what they want us to know. In my room reading, I found a trashy romance novel under the bed. I'm assuming it's Violet's. It's all swooning heroines and brooding vampire Casanovas. Thank God Lexi saved me. She came to my room to chat for a little while. That was around 9, I think. You can ask her. I said the book was trashy. Look at this place. If her guest house is anything to go by, Violet's the opposite of trashy.
Okay.
Without the capacity to understand human perception,
I still think it's
the
violent.
entity
You must be a new guest. Or you're burglaring us. I'm Rain, by the way. Pleased to meet you, Sam. Enjoy your stay. The hot water goes off at 9, by the way, so it's cold showers from there on in. It really bugs me. I didn't know her. I know she was called Dorota Shaw. She was young, had red hair, a talented musician. No, not at all. You're completely barking up the wrong tree there.
Sorry.
Spoken like the true killer, posing as a detective, trying to frame someone else for the murder.
Good comeback, good comeback, good comeback.
We did a reading, a group reading, actually, with a special tarot deck. You get it piecemeal, not everything in one reading. The last one we did showed a young woman being murdered. Young, talented, probably red-headed. Mercury, it's not exactly from here. With a normal tarot deck, you'd have the question, so you'd be the querent. With Mercury, it gives you the question and the answer. The cards themselves kind of change. It's a special deck. I don't have it at the moment. Bronwyn has it. I was in my room. Praying, actually. I don't believe in God, but I was still praying. It didn't work. My prayer, that the girl would be safe.
and the true horror.
How you
The
gonna
bag
pray
lady was
but you
getting
don't?
hungry.
Mercury. Sure. I'll just get it. It feels a bit sacrilegious just spreading it out to show you. It doesn't really answer questions, it more asks them. Do you want it to ask you a question, Sam?
Sure, why not?
It wants to know if you're happy being the person you are now.
Sure.
Mercury doesn't agree. In fact, if anything, and I could be wrong, it's suggesting that you're not even the person you're saying you are now. I've only had that reading once before.
But the
Mind your
worm didn't
business.
care.
God.
The worm insisted that the bag lady was waiting.
Hi, Sam, is it? Come on in, make yourself at home. Mi casa es su casa. Come on. The cards told us to. Well, the cards in rain. Tarot gives us a rough direction and he narrows it down with some astrological jiggery pokery. He's basically a walking esoteric library. And if that sounds dull, let me reassure you, it is. No? Well, yeah. Well, no. We have a job to do.
Job.
I didn't say job. I said job. Okay. We make a cheese obelisk, a chob, and depending on the shape of that chob, we get different answers to questions.
Exactly, you're a terrible
No, you
liar.
don't. I don't know anyone in this town, except for Bronwyn and Rain, obviously, and Violet, and the Chief, and now you. Sorry, I'm a bit nervous. Good old-fashioned fortune-telling. Well, kind of. We drew a card each and smushed them all together. Do you know what the most dangerous tarot card is? Everybody thinks that. It's such a cliche. The death card doesn't even mean death. Most of the time. The Five of Swords. I think so anyway. There's nothing more dangerous than someone taking whatever they want no matter the cost. Yeah, I did. Rain got the Knight of Wands, that's Dorota, and Bronwyn got the Ten of Swords, which is, well, you know, swords in general are bad. She's like my big sister, so pretty well. No. I was in my room all night with Bronwyn. We were painting our nails. No, I mean, yeah, I've already cleaned it off.
Unfortunately, they
Okay, I'm
don't
confused.
work. We have had them hanging up at the station for a few months now. Unless, Monroe, have you noticed any spirits turning up at the station lately?
So does it just invite bad spirits, or?
Not necessarily bad spirits, just could be good spirits. Yeah.
Find somewhere safe to transition. You're not a superhero.
Hi, I'm Lexi. Oh, I'm Lexi.
Bro, this is
Calling
weird.
from Marek, and they say I'm in.
What's up, Lexi? I'm sensing something's on your mind.
I'm worried about our alibi.
Don't worry about that. We don't have anything to hide. You're just fine.
Do you think Sam suspects? Am I really fine?
Maybe, but it'll be difficult to prove.
And for perhaps some danger that's lurking, perhaps represented as danger.
Oh shoot.
This listener perceived as dangerous to them, and never.
Something's weird, isn't it? Ron seems strange today.
How are you?
Do you think Bronwyn might get falsely imprisoned? It happens all the time.
Are you looking to take over?
No. I'm just worried.
There are different elements here that I'd like to discuss. So, firstly, the idea.
I want to be him.
Hi, Hi, I'm Chief DuPont.
Bro, that's weird.
I hardly ever. I'm in control. No, I know what you mean.
Who knows whether you've made the right decision or not, Claude?
How's Bronwyn been?
Overly nice. She's covering her tracks well if she has anything to hide.
What was it I asked you to do again?
You just told me to report back to you if I noticed anything suspicious. Good grief, Claude. You're a bit young to be losing your marbles already.
What were you doing last night?
Claude, we've been through this. I honestly don't remember. I checked my diary and there's no entry, so I was probably here, as always. I don't know. Which is exactly what I said in my statement. Don't try and get me to contradict myself.
These negative people. If what you're doing is a positive thing, then you should always be receiving positive things in return. If they're a negative person, you don't necessarily need to give them all of you.
You're listening to Radio August. Dark. It's 6 o'clock, and you're listening to Radio August. Police investigating the murder of Dorota Shaw are appealing to the community to help catch her killer. The body of 21-year-old Miss Shaw, an accomplished cellist, was found in her home last night. Police are describing the murder as a violent and despicable act. Monroe?
It's just terrible. Meanwhile, out of respect for the victim and her family, This weekend's Tulip Festival has been postponed. New dates will be announced shortly, so do stay tuned to Radio August for updates.
I heard Dorota Shore was due to play this weekend.
At the Tulip Festival?
Indeed. I understand why they'd want to postpone it. Tonight the weather will be mostly dry and warm, but be on the lookout for dark clouds on the horizon, as there may be scattered showers. Best take an umbrella, Monroe, so you don't get wet.
I like getting wet. That's 6 o'clock with Poe and Monroe.
Y'all spell Monroe weird. Alright. Since we finished the chapter, I think I'm going to end this YouTube video here. So if you guys enjoyed, make sure you like, share, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.